Hey everyone, wanted to talk about tire pressure and proper inflation of your tires and a little bit of tire care with you guys today. I heard a statistic the other day that said that over 80% of the vehicles out here on the road are underinflated, which is an absolutely crazy number to me. I mean, tires are probably one of the most important things to safety when you're out here on the road. Especially during summertime, as hot as these tires get rolling down the highway, just having properly inflated tires, not only is it safe, but it helps you save money on fuel, you know. If you're getting out here, getting ready to get started out here, I highly recommend getting one of these things so you can check your tire pressures. The best time to check your tire pressures is after you've been sitting all night. You can check them while you've been running, but you don't want to deflate any air out of the tires unless it's just some crazy number like 150 psi's. But I'm going to show you guys how we maintain our tire pressure. We're over here at a Love's right now, if you can see. This is where we get our tires aired up at. They have a cool new feature out that I don't know how long it's been out, but it's called the TIREPASS. And basically at the fuel island, you pull up to a fuel island and they'll air your tires up right there as you're getting fuel. Now we usually fill up at TA and Petros. But every once in a while, I'll fill up at a Love's just to build up my tire passes, so I'm not out here having to pay to get the tires inflated. So let me jump out the truck real quick. I'm gonna show you a few things on our truck and the tire pressures and stuff. How to know what your tires need to be set at, and make sure you're running the right rated tires for the weight you're carrying. So I hope you guys are gonna be able to see this. Let me sit down. So right here are all my tire ratings. It's a tubeless load range H. This is where you're going to find what your max tire pounds can carry and what your tires should be set at. These tires that we have on this truck is 6,610 pounds. So for both sides is going to be 13,200 pounds. And my tire pressure is normally set at 120 psi's. Now my front two tires, like I said, they're rated to carry 13,200 pounds. But rarely are we ever that heavy on our fronts. We're usually at 12 or a little bit under. So we typically set our front tires a little bit less than that 120 psi's. We go about 115 because at that 120 it's a really rough ride on the front end. But if you say you were in a heavy haul truck, you would want to air that up to the 120 if you were reaching that 13,200 pounds. So on the fronts we go 115. That makes it a little bit of a softer ride, and you know, it's not dangerously underinflated. It's just perfect for the tire rating. Now, if we had two tires that could only do 12,000 pounds on the front, we would air those up all the way up to that 100. I think it's 105 on G rated tires. But these front tires right here are H rated, which is also known as a 16 ply. G rateds are known as a 14 ply, which is what we have on our rears, and I'll show you those. See, we got G rated, and these are rated at 105 psi's. So whenever we're airing up the rears, we always go up to that 105. Now, a real important thing on your rears is you always want to make sure both tires are inflated exactly the same. If you don't, if say this tire is inflated to 105 and this is inflated to 90, while you're going down the road, this one's going to be skipping along the road because this one's getting more contact with the concrete. So it's real important to make sure both of these are inflated to the proper PSIs on that. Now when you get to Love's for the first time, if you're going to use this service, you pull up to the fuel island where they got the air gauges, and they're going to set you up in the system. You want to make sure you have one of those Love Rewards cards. And when they set you up, they're going to put this sticker on the side of your truck for the next time you come. So then they can just scan that with their scanner machine and know exactly what your tires need to be at. They'll program that into their system for the next time when you come. So every time you come here after that, it's always, they're already going to know what you want your tires to be set at. And we're going to pull through there. I'm going to show you what it looks like. It's really cool. I love it. I used to have to go to tire shops to get my tires inflated, and of course they usually charge $5, $10. I think TA was like $30 they would charge me for that, and it was just absolutely ridiculous. So another thing I wanted to mention about underinflated tires is when they're underinflated, it causes the tire to bounce a lot. And what's so dangerous about that is when the tires are bouncing a lot, it causes the sidewalls to flex in and out a lot, which creates heat. That friction from the bouncing creates heat, and that's what causes blowouts. If that sidewall gets too hot, it will blow out the side, and you'll lose your entire tire. So keeping the tires properly inflated is really, really important. You don't want that flexing rolling down the road when you're bouncing down the road, because that heat on the sidewalls, it can be very dangerous. All right, so we're going to head over to the fuel island where the TIREPASS is, and I'm going to show you how that works. It's super easy. Push that button. Alright, so he's got this little machine here that he'll use to scan my sticker that we got. They also check your tire depth, which is really cool, your tread depth, lets you know what your tires are at. Sorry, it might be a little loud. We're at the fuel island here, but see, we got these hoses here that he's going to hook up. It's going to tell you what your tires are at and what you want to air them up to. So there's my sticker right there. So they basically have these right here will stretch onto my back tires, and let me show you the front. Then they got these single ones that will reach for my front tires. So of course they can push plus or minus to air it up more or less. Once they hook them up, they'll show what my tires are at right there. Of course, we had to be doing this right next to a reefer unit fueling. It's gonna make the audio sucky, but hopefully you guys get the gist. Okay. So I got reward points on this to pay for it. So once we're all done with it, I use this to pay for it. So yep, just as my tire gauge said, my fronts were a little low. I'm at the fronts are 99. They need to be at 115, so a lot low. It's pretty cold out here though. Probably about 60 to 50 degrees here in Oregon today. Let's go check the other ones. Yep, was 99 on that side too. Just check my rears. 98 on both my passenger side drives. So once it's reached the 105, it's gonna stop. Let's go check the front. See, this little gauge right here shows that it's airing up right now, up to 110. And while that's airing up, he's using his cool, I need to get one of those. That lets me know my tire depth, right? The tread depth. Yeah. And once you're all done here, they'll give you a printout inside that shows you your tire depths and what your tires were set at. And we like to keep that for our records, just to kind of show that we're maintaining the tires. Plus it lets us know what our tread depths are at, if how much longer we got on them. And got our rears, the 105, they were a little low too, so 98 and 97. So yeah, this loves TIREPASS, man. It really works good. If you don't got a Loves card, get one. Fill up here every once in a while to build up those TIREPASSes and use this, you know. Stay safe out there on the road, you know, make sure your tires, we're rolling down the road 150,000 miles a year, you know. You want to keep that rubber in good condition and, you know, be safe out there. So here's my TIREPASS receipt, or report as they call it, is a tire assessment report. Lets me know where my tires were at, my tread depths. And yeah, I mean, you gotta love this, man. It makes it super easy to make sure you keep your tires inflated or properly. Another good tip about tires is when you're driving down the road, the tire pressure will increase. So for instance, our rears are set at 105. Now that's the cold temperature. Checking your tire pressure after you've been driving a lot isn't always going to be 100% accurate, because the tires are really hot. That hot air increases your PSIs in your tires. Now you still want to check them, because like you've seen back there at the Loves, you know, the tires, they were pretty low. Yesterday when I had checked them after driving, they were pretty close to being spot on, but I knew since I had been driving they were a little bit low, because they were my rears were right at 105, but that was the hot temperature, so I knew they were going to be a little bit low, because that 105 is what your cold PSIs are going to be. The best time to air up your tires is going to be in the mornings after you've been sitting a lot. You want to do it before the sun comes up, because if the sun is up and it's heating, shining on your tires on one side, that could give a kind of like an off reading. It's not going to be an accurate reading. Yeah, check out the Loves TIREPASS. You know, it's super easy to use. You know, hope you guys liked the video, and thanks for watching and subscribing. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace, love, and expediting.